Hi, I'm Justin Hummel from Powder King, and today I want to take a few minutes to teach you the proper way to set the gap on your Powder King Pulverizer. On our mills, we feature a single point gap adjuster. Single point gap adjusters make it much easier and faster for the operator to change the gap in the mill housing. We have simplified this process so that you only need 3 tools to get the job done. First, you'll need a 3/8 Allen wrench, a crescent wrench, and your feeler gauges. The machine I'm using in this demonstration today is our Powder King model PKA 120. And one thing at Powder King, we care about your safety and the safety of your operators. So before you make any type of changes or perform any maintenance on your pulverizing machine, make sure that you always turn the power off and lock it out for safety. Thank you. To begin, first we're going to loosen up the jam nut on the set screw. Turning it counterclockwise up the set screw, we want to give ourselves some room. We're going to be making adjustments and it's only going to help you later. Next, you're going to want to take the pipe plug out of the mill housing with the wrench we provided you with. Next, you're going to get your feeler gauges and select the desired thickness that you want to gap your blades to. Once you find your desired thickness, go ahead and insert it into the mill. At this point, I always use a flashlight. It tends to help with getting it between a small gap. Now that the feeler gauge is between the discs, we're going to go ahead and start adjusting our set screw. You're going to want to turn the Allen wrench clockwise to reduce the gap and counterclockwise to increase the gap. One thing I do while setting the gap is fanning the feeler gauge from left to right to make sure the gap is smooth around the disc. You will need to repeat these steps at all 3 gap adjuster points. Note, you may have to repeat it multiple times to get the gap set properly. It is crucial to be sure that you adjust evenly around the 3 points. Adjusting one spot too much can lead to damages or hang-ups with the water jacket. Once you feel that the gap is correct, it's time to do a safety spin. Take off the air dampener on the outside of the mill housing. Take a peek inside and give the flywheel one spin. And listen, if there is no blade-to-blade contact, the gap is set properly. Now it's time to put everything back together. First, you will put our pipe plug back in. Give it a tight down. Next, we want to tighten our jam nut. And I always use the Allen wrench to keep the set screw nice and still so there's no accidental adjustments. Just a reminder, you need to complete these steps on the remaining 2 adjustment points, tightening up the jam nut with the crescent wrench and reinstalling the pipe plugs with the wrench. Once you do that, we're going to put our air dampener back onto the outside of the mill housing. Once you do that, the gap adjustment is complete and you're good to go. Thank you for watching this video on gap adjustment. If you have any questions about this process or are interested in one of our pulverizing mills, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.